There it is! Alright, I finally got it! The Galaxy Stars. Oh man, I'm all over this character. Hello and welcome to another NihongoGamer video. Super excited because the new characters for Granblue Fantasy have both come out today. I don't really know why they've released them both on the same day, but we've got Djeeta, who's this character here, who is supposedly going to be very similar to Gran. And in fact, in the original Granblue Fantasy mobile game, you choose whether you want to be a male character or a female character. And these are the two Shujinko main characters that you can choose. And the other character that has come out today is Soriz. So I'm actually not super familiar with Soriz. I'm going to probably check him out in a separate video. Personally, I've been playing Gran for the past week in preparation to see how different Djeeta is going to be. So if you've never played Granblue Fantasy Versus before, it's a fighting game, a lot like Street Fighter, and I guess Gran is basically the Ryu and the Ken of this game. He's got a fireball, he's got a dragon punch, so even moves-wise, he even moves a bit like Ryu and Ken. And now we've got this girl, Djeeta, who is a lot like Gran, but with a few different moves here and there. So let's check out Djeeta for Granblue Fantasy Versus. Alright, so I've got Djeeta up here on the training menu, and of course there is a separate mode where you can learn just the combos, but I just want to have a quick play around and see how she feels. Seeing as I've been playing Gran for the past week, I just want to see how she compares.
Djeeta versus
Djeeta!
Soriz.
Alright, so now we have Djeeta on screen. I don't really know if her jump arc is much different to Gran. Let's see if her light buttons feel the same when she's close up. She's got the same sort of arm elbow punch that Gran's got. She's got a bit of a jump on her third. I don't know if that was the same as Gran as well. So she's definitely got a bit more lightness to her animation. Technically, in terms of movement, she moves very, very similarly. Even just this one slash, you can see with her like back leg kind of flicks up. It's got the girly look. That's cute, I like that. Now, in terms of her unique abilities, she's got hopefully the same cross-up as Gran. Oh, it does look a little bit different. It doesn't quite spin around in a whirligig like Gran's does, but it does have the same hitbox, I think. Like that. And her unique skill, just standing on the ground, usually Gran has a button that he can charge up, and it becomes invincible if he charges up for long enough. With Djeeta, she's got this little kick. And just like Gran, you can charge it up until I guess it will become invincible. And as you can see, it says invincible on the side of the screen, so gives you a bit of invincibility where your opponent can't press buttons and hit you out of it. And you can still keep the charge. If I just hold down the button, I get to like purple or blue level. I can press a different button to cancel it, and I've still got my move, but it's not fully invincible. If I charge it up all the way to pink, then I've got the invincible version of it. Fantastic. Alright, let's try out some of these moves. Her fireballs, I believe, are a little bit different to Gran's. I believe Gran has this one fireball, but oh, you know what? I should just change my enemy to... I did not think about this. We'll choose Gran as the other character. Alright, this is much better. If I use Gran instead, you can see he's got normal fireball, and then his medium fireball, it like charges up, so I've got like a hitbox at the beginning, but the fireball itself comes out a bit later. And then I've got my EX one, which is nice and fast. If I go back to Djeeta, she's got her normal one, and her medium one, instead of taking longer to come out, it actually goes faster, and then EX really nice and fast. So that's the difference we've got between Djeeta and Gran's fireball. But I believe Djeeta also has like a charge up fireball. There! Alright, so for all of her fireballs, she's also got the charge version. What about EX? Even the EX one's got a charge one as well, so she's a little bit like Sakura. If you've played Sakura in Street Fighter, not Street Fighter 5, but in Street Fighter games previously, she was able to charge up, and I think even in Street Fighter 5, she's got a version of the move where she's able to charge up the move. Charging this up means that she can eat through other people's fireballs, so if I tell Gran to do a fireball like this, so if I just do a normal fireball, they cancel each other out. And if I charge it up, I actually eat through the fireball, and it continues to go after it. Brilliant. I'm feeling very, very flexible with this character. Alright, so do I have a dragon punch as well? Yes, and I assume that this is going to be very, very similar to the way that Gran, because Gran's got a dragon punch as well. He can do this. He's got his normal dragon punch, he's got his second dragon punch, which is probably 3 hits, and then he's got his EX, which is 3 hits, and then 3 more hits in 2 separate bursts. Whereas with Djeeta, 2 hits. Is this one a 3-hit one? 3 hits, and then I assume that her EX is 3 hits followed by 3 hits. Yeah, so looks like it's almost exactly the same. I don't know the specific details with the hitboxes and hurtboxes and all that, but seems very, very similar in terms of Dragon Punch moves. So with quarter circle backward, you've got this move with Djeeta. Can I do it into another move? Oh, I can do it. Okay, so I can go 1, 2, and then do another move after it. With the medium version, can I do an extra move after it? Yep, you can still do... Alright, so both the light version and the medium version of Djeeta's quarter circle back can be followed up with a second move at the end, like this. And then with the EX version, which just does 2. Can I do another one? Interesting, you can complete it with more moves. So I can get 4 hits out of that if I want. Can I do a third one? You can do a third one. Brilliant. So she's got her overhead. That looks very similar to Gran's. She's got her swipe. Looks like it has the same hitbox as Gran's, but obviously the animation's a little bit different. She doesn't really do as much of a spin around. And then her throw, I believe her forward throw. Oh, that's cute. She does a little kick with her throw. I like that. She's very gymnastic, isn't she? And then for her back throw, I love this one. I love this one. She's just like, Phoom! I'm gonna kick you away from me. I like look at that. I like look at that. And now to figure out the super. So as you may have seen in the trailer reaction I was doing, I noticed and I read the details on the website that she's got a very special super. I can do the shortcut version, which jumps straight in and she does all of these moves for me. And I believe there's a manual version. I just love the stars. I love the galaxy in the background. That looks so cool. So that was the shortcut input if I just do 1 quarter circle forward with the special button, but if I use the heavy button, so I use 2 quarter circle motions followed by this heavy button, I will have to do the motions myself, I think, so... Whoa, whoa, blue hair! Whoa, I had not seen that. I've heard a rumor that there's like the elementals or the... I don't know what the special lore is in this game, but apparently you can go Super Saiyan blue, basically. In order to do so, you need to use the technical input, and you can see her hair goes blue. But in the normal shortcut input, her hair stays blonde. If you do the technical input, which says technical inputs only, then when you hit, you've got to do light, light, medium, medium, heavy, heavy, light, medium, heavy, followed by down, back, and unique. Whew, okay, so let's do this. Okay, so light, light, medium, medium, heavy, heavy. What? Hold on a second. If I do nothing, she does 2 hits. Can't do any more moves after 10. Alright, then I need to do light, medium, heavy after the swipe. Almost there. Almost! Oh, I got to the guns. I got to the guns that time. So I was double tapping like all the buttons, but it was working. There it is! Alright, so I finally got it. The galaxy stars. Oh man, I'm all over this character just for the galaxy in the background. So that was actually her normal super. You have to do all that work just to get normal super damage, which you may have to do pretty much every single round. Let's see what her ultra super looks like. Pulls out Bahamut. They actually ride on his nose. That's cute. He lays down the pain. So weird that her normal super actually looks so much better than her like ultra super, but whatever. Well, that is a lot of work just to get a super done, and I mean, I'm sure it'll become second nature, but what confuses me is how is the timing going to look when we're on like delayed netcode? If there's like a bit of lag spike in the middle of an online match, is it going to make it harder to input the moves for that super, and then you just end up not making as much damage? I'm not really sure how that's going to work out online, but anyway, let's see what she feels like in trials mode. Alright, let's go over to the third tab here and let's check out number 15. These are the combo trials for Djeeta. It looks like they've got 5 of them. They'll show us basically some simple combos that you can use with Djeeta if you've never used her before. Alright, so combo trials with Djeeta. Let's see how it goes. This one says to do a far medium punch into... Okay, so they're just showing that you can chain into her... whatever this is. Actually quite nice, because it's a 3-hit combo, unlike Gran's, you've got extra time to confirm it. So you can like 1, 2, you can like wait till the second hit before you need to input the extra button for the final hit of that combo. Awesome. Alright, so simple combos here. Buffering a normal into a special. Next mission. Alright, so we've got jump U. Maybe this is the cross-up version. But you don't need to do the cross-up version, I suppose. I'm sure it does work with cross-up as well. Let's do the cross-up version. Into a dragon punch. Very, very simple. Alright, so we're going to do some hit confirms now. Hit confirming being where you like check to make sure you've got the orange flash instead of the blue flash. Obviously, if you get a blue flash like that, then the move has been blocked, so you can't continue the combo. But you get a couple of these orange flashes, we can go into the rest of this move, which is the 214H, which usually with Gran would be the boot. He would do the flying boot, which would knock your opponent really far into the corner, which is where you can do your best damage in this game anyway. Like that, and then we're gonna follow up with 2 more, because the EX version you can do 2 follow-ups on this one. So there's 2 hits each for this EX move, I forgot. There we go, I like it. Well, it's not 2 hits on the final one, but there's 2 hits for the first 2 hits. So we've got our hit confirms in place, and now we've got a corner combo, so they're teaching a little bit of everything you need to know to play Granblue Fantasy. Essentially, get your opponent in the corner, buffer a few moves into a special, and then once they're in the corner, do a corner combo. So, doing a heavy slash, which will go into an EX. And I only need to do 2 of these, apparently. And that will get them up in the air, so I can follow up with a heavy into a dragon punch. Brilliant. Alright. So I didn't get a wall bounce on this move, which is a shame. I wonder if I do 2 of them. So I don't get a wall bounce on this move, unfortunately, like Gran. Gran has this ridiculous boot, which gives him the wall bounce after this. But I don't see any Djeeta moves that will give me the wall bounce in the corner, apart from... What? Wait a minute. Even the fireball in the corner? That doesn't give me a wall bounce? Maybe I just don't need it. Maybe if the opponent's being juggled, I don't need wall bounces. But that's a bit strange, because Gran has like a million moves that give him a wall bounce, which is, you know, when you hit the enemy so hard they bounce off the wall for more damage. So you can follow it with more combo stuff. Standing close H into fireball. How about this? So will this give me a wall bounce? No such luck. But they're juggling long enough that maybe I don't need the wall bounce. So the EX Fireball juggles them long enough that I can do another heavy button. Right, and then I'm going to heavy button into this 214 slash. Interesting, so even after this normal medium slash, they've still got enough air time to go into a standard target combo after that. Super easy, but how much damage does it do? It's reasonable. It's reasonable. It's not the ultra Gran combo, which does like 70% damage, but we'll see. I'm sure that Djeeta is going to have some wild stuff that we're going to discover in the future. But that seems like all the combos that you get for Djeeta. So before we finish up this session with Djeeta, I'm going to head back into training mode and let's see if I can string together a few combos. And if I can't string together any combos, I'm just going to steal them from YouTube. Alright, so back into training mode. Full disclaimer, I only played Gran for a week, so I don't know all of the most optimal combos with Gran. But I feel like there's got to be something more interesting than the stuff that they showed us in Trials mode. This is definitely easier with Gran. But getting the 3rd hit on this low crouching light, this is harder with Djeeta, in my opinion. Personally, I feel like with this game you want to do as much damage on your anti-air, which I assume is this, that looks the same as Gran. Then when you want to do your like combo here in the middle, you want to do as much damage as you can do it there. And then after that you need to figure out how much damage you can do in the corner. Let's have him do that, shall we? So normally with Gran you would do this move that sends you flying forward so you're close enough, but with Djeeta, maybe Just do a DP, that does 2000 damage. 1600 with the medium. Whoops! Did the super by accident. So, since there's no DP shortcut in this game, I have to be very careful. Well, there's a shortcut button, but if I want to do my anti-air into an EX DP, I've got to actually press forward DP and okay, so I've got to press the shortcut version if I want to do that, I think. So that's an option for 2400 damage. Can I do a fireball? If he's far enough away, can I have a fireball follow up like that? Yeah, I can do a charge fireball, okay. What about the unique action? I think I saw this in the trailer. She did this into the unique action. If I have this charged up all the way, maybe I can use this as my anti. I can use this on anti-air, so get a wall bounce. I'll get a floor bounce after that. That's why that works. Okay, so I'm no expert but from what I've seen on the trailer, they're able to do this into this move here. But if you're charged up, you get a floor bounce afterwards. So if I get him to do this, then I can run up and do more moves afterwards. Interesting. Alright, she seems like a ton of fun to play, but I mean, obviously in this first few minutes of playing with her, it's going to be difficult to figure out what her best combos are, but I do feel like there's a lot of potential here. But the last thing I want to do right before we finish is the super. Do it with the double taps first. So I can do it with double tapping. So cool! And her hair goes blue, I love it. Let's see if I can do it without double tapping. Okay, I managed it. So it just needs to be like very, very slow and very steady. Just go bosh, 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 super. And then it still doesn't even do that much damage. She's actually counting out the numbers. She's going ichi, ni, san, yon, go. Alright, well there you have it for Djeeta. She does play very similarly to Gran in terms of just the basic moveset, but she doesn't have the boot, and she doesn't have nearly as many wall bounces, and the super is a little bit strange because you have to input it. I mean, you don't have to input it manually, but it feels like if you input it manually, there is the massive risk that you're going to like miss these buttons, and I don't understand exactly how it's going to work online. Like if there's delay when you're playing on the internet, like is that going to mess up the timing of that super, and then you're just going to miss out on free damage that you should have just been doing. So I mean, obviously there is the ability to do this super just with the shortcut method, and it will just do all of those technical inputs for you, but I'm not really sure how I feel about that super when it's done the technical input method wise. I love the animation. I love that she feels like Gran, but the animations look more floaty, so she still has very much the same movement, but it just, in terms of visuals, it has a sort of lighter, floatier feel to her, so I quite like that. I also do like this charged up fireball. I think that does give her enough differences from Gran that you would, well, I mean, she already has plenty of differences to Gran, as you can see in terms of playstyle. Having a charged fireball like that can go through other fireballs and eat other projectiles. Clearly people are going to find really great ways to take advantage of that and use her as an alternative to a character like Gran, but who plays a lot like, you know, a Ryu Ken style kind of character. Now all that's left to do is to check the internet, steal all of the best, most optimal combos, and let's go crazy online with Djeeta. So I'm looking forward to hopefully streaming with Djeeta in the future, and hopefully if I have time I can also do a video testing out this other new character, Sorit, who has also released today. And then after that we're waiting for one more DLC character, which is Zoe. I know very little about Zoe, but I believe the trailer for Zoe will be maybe in a couple weeks time, and then maybe they'll release her at the end of April or sometime in May. I'm not 100% sure when they're planning to do that. Anyway, she's brilliant fun. I'm looking forward to trying out all the cool new combos that I can steal from the internet. See you all in the next NihongoGamer video and or stream, and we'll definitely be streaming with Djeeta in the future. Do check us out on Discord if you want a place to come and chat and talk about games and gear and Japan and art and that sort of things. See you all next time.